Hello viewers, in this today's video session we are going to concentrate on the merit cum means based scholarship scheme for the year 2020-2021. So here the merit cum means based scholarship scheme for 2020 and 2021 for the minority students, sponsored by the Ministry of Minority Affairs. This is an important scholarship right from the graduation to in medical and allied branches or engineering and its allied branches will become under the category of merit cum means based scholarship program. I am Dr. Sajid Ondekar, Associate Professor and Head, Department of Geology, Pune College Arts, Commerce, Science, CAM, Pune, Maharashtra, India. Last 33 years I am teaching in this college, and last 10 years I am in charge of the scholarship program and especially international scholarships. So might be in the future you may going to see videos on 100% scholarship program for higher education abroad. 100%. Just you have to bear the expenses for the passport and visa. Rest one, everything will free. To and fro ticket will be given. So that will be discussed in the next consecutive videos. But today we are going to concentrate on merit cum means based scholarship program. Nowadays, due to the pandemic, now the whatever the results of 12th are there, it will be result is declared. But still, what we have is the advanced JEE results have been not been declared, so you could not have the uh, what we have the admissions. But now, before the admission, you should be prepared the whatever the document which is required for your engineering and medical as well as its allied branches. What requirements? It is the first very important one is your relevant 12 mark sheets which are there, your passing certificate. The next one, what is required is your Aadhaar card number. Aadhaar card is required. Next one, what is required? Your income certificate. Income. If you are coming under the creamy layer, then you should have the creamy layer certificate also. So be with this. If your validity caste certificate is there, then the validity has to be there, or you have to apply. So normally, what is happening? If your validity has could not come within the 1 year of span result at the time of result, then automatically your admission will be cancelled. So be those who are there in this particular caste verification, see that your certification should be or validation should be done before the result of first year engineering or first year of medical one. Then bona fide certificate, that is will be required. So these certificates are required for your engineering as well as your medical admission courses. So we'll start with this the scholarship, that is the merit cum means based scholarship program. Now, what are the documents are required? Just we have discussed the parents' income certificate. That is the last year, and this certificate will be you have to take from the magistrate or district collector. Yes, these are the two important authorities are there who are giving you the income certificate. Now, everyone has been 12th is clear, so everyone is rushing for the this particular certificate, domicile certificate. So you have to be hurry for this particular income certificate, non-creamy certificate. Otherwise, it will take 1 month, 2 months. Otherwise, you at the time of filling the engineering and medical form, this thing has to be uploaded. Be remember, this is a very important one. Caste certificate, bank passbook. Whenever you're going to fill online this merit come in scholarship program, everything is online. So you require your bank passbook page, your photograph has been stamped by the bank, whichever the nationalized bank or scheduled bank is there, where the whatever the bolt transfer facility is available. Scheduled bank, you have to see that the transfer online transfer has to facility has to be there. So open your account in that, because next 4 years, 5 years, or 6 years, if you're doing a MBBS, then you go for a MD, then you have the internship, housemanship. So it will require your for next 6, 7, 8 years are required, and whatever the phone number which you are going to add over here for logging and password, that phone number, because every time you have to log in and the TIN number will be generated on your mobile number. So user and password, when you're going to log on this particular website, you have to be write down somewhere else, because next 6, 7, 8 years, we don't know how many years you're going to go for this particular scholarship. So you have to be remember and write down your password and login separately in a diary and maintain that diary. Then the address proof is required, telephone bill, light bill, these two, ration card is there, then your Aadhaar card is there. If you have the passport will be used as your address proof. So if you have been staying in a rented house, then you should be the lease and license will be also been used as your address proof. Aadhaar card is required, your as well as your parents Aadhaar card is required. Then your mark sheet, whichever the last year mark sheet is there, that mark sheet is required. In addition to this mark sheet, you will require the your JE marks is required, advanced one, or whether you are going for a medical. There also the whatever the competitive examination you are given, for this competitive examination, you should have the mark sheet and the bona fide certificate. Wherever you are going to take the admission, in that you are belonging to that institute, you should take the bona fide, that also. And all these documents you have to scan them and make it a PDF, and that should be, I think, less than 100 or 125. Check it out now, nowadays up till now. What is happening, earlier one, engineering and medical, these two are the separate websites, or the scholarships are separate one. Now they are combined together, and allieds are also combined together. So in a one particular website on the site, you're going to apply for medical, engineering, and its allied branches. Remember, these are the documents: parent income certificate, caste certificate, then bank passbook, address proof, Aadhaar card, your as well as your parents, last year's mark sheet, then your entrance examination mark sheets are required, and a bona fide certificate. In addition to this, very important one, your photos. Yes, you have to have the passport size photograph as well as is a digital copy. So you have to upload that photograph also. So who is going to eligible applying that scholarship, his photograph has to be put on upload also. So remember that the photo has also add over here. I forgot to make that mention here in this. Yes, now the Minority Affair Ministry giving declared the three scholarships right from first standard to the postdoc. The first one, pre-matric scholarship, that will be from first to 10th standard. Then the second one is a post-matric one after the 11th standard to PhD, and that is not a professional courses. In that, only the technical courses are there, like ITI is there, Polytechnic is there. In that, they have been added over here. So post-matric scholarship is there, and the third scholarship, merit cum means scholarship for professional as well as technical, because engineering comes under the technical one. So professional and technical courses. So these are the three scholarships have been declared by the Ministry of Affairs for the minority communities. Now, what is the last date for these scholarships? We'll see now, because now here we have highlighted here the merit cum means, so we don't have to bother about the rest one two. The merit cum means scholarship will be last date is 31st October. Remember, 31st October till night 12 o'clock. Yes, means 11.59.59. Up to that level, this scholarship will be open, and the verification or whatever your doubts are there, whatever the things uploaded incomplete is there, or whatever the information you have been incorrectly formed and you want to make that correction, so that will be the date is given as 15th November. So that day is the 15th November is the for the correction, but closing date is 31st October, and the college where it is been form has been filled and submitted, that where you have taken the admission, that institute is verifying your form on 15th. So 15th November is the last date for the verification, as well as the whatever the changes you are going to make out in your form, that will be there. But don't make up to that, say every time can make mistake. But 31st October is given, so before that you have to complete. Now remember, one thing I will be guide here, that if you are going to apply for this scholarship, as soon as you get the admission in any institute, immediately apply for your domicile certificate. Now once you get the bona fide, you have to apply immediately for the scholarship, because once October it will be started, then everyone will be start filling the forms. So there will be jamming, you will be start on the web server will be become a very jam, and you could not upload, time will be become very long, time will be taken. And after 15th October, it is a very very difficult, last week it is a very difficult. So you have to be sit for 6 hours, 10 hours, 8 hours for uploading the form. So don't make that mistake. So as early whenever you have your documents are correct, your admission is done, immediately you have to go for the scholarship once you are eligible. If you don't have the eligible, then there is no need to go for the scholarship. But if you are eligible and you want for this minority scholarships, which has been sponsored by Minister of Affairs, then you have to apply. So that has to be done earlier. Don't make a mistake. Yes. So for this one, what is there? They have given you the helpline number is given, and this is the number of Delhi. Remember, this is a number because everyone will be trying from all India. So normally this will be always continuously ringing. So whenever you call, might be in a one time, it is you are very lucky. But sometimes 5, 6, 7, 8 times you have to apply to, because every time it will be busy. So that is there. So be careful about this one. Whenever you have a problem, this helpline number will be a busy one. So whenever you're going to apply for this scholarship, you have to do it fast. The next one, they have given you the email ID also. You can see helpdesk@nsp.gov.in. So that is given, and on that you have to go and write down whatever the your doubts are there. There will be a reply. So this is what we have. The help desk and the email IDs are given for this particular scholarship. Yes. Now, whichever the scheme which is launched, that is the merit cum means based scholarship which has been launched by the central government, minority affair has been launched. They have the intention that whatever the weaker section of the community that will be comes under the minority, we want to assist them. How you assist? Giving them the scholarship. Financial assistance has to be given for these minority students to study the higher education and make them the professional one, because this scholarship is there for the professional one, so they can complete their MBBS or they can complete MD. If you go on higher one, or if you have engineering, then ME or MTech, so there you will require a financial assistance, and this financial assistance will be passed through by the central government, by Ministry of Affairs, by through, because everything will be governed by, everything will be controlled by Ministry of Affairs. And but they will channelize. Ministry of Affairs will be given this funding will given to the state governments or the union territories, and these union territories or state government will be distributing the scholarship as compared to the whatever the percentage which will be calculated of that minority in that particular state. How to calculate now, that is there, we'll just see now. This is objective we have done. Yes, what is the scope, why we want to give, this is the award will be given, this scholarship is given only to study the higher education in India, and that is in a recognized institute or a private institute. Yes, recognized or private institute, that will be by state government, union territories, UGCs, AICT, they have to be recognized. And it will be technical and professional courses, undergraduate, postgraduate, they will be added here. So you have to be careful that for MBBS and MD/MS, whereas BE or BTech and about the BTech MTech is there. So you have to be apply this merit cum means scholarship on this particular portal. So for this, remember your user and password in a proper diaries, maintain that. And once you're given that mobile number, continue that mobile number. No need to change every month now. So we remember these two important warnings. Eligibility is a very important one for this scholarship. Who is eligible for this particular scholarship? Those who have taken admission in a professional colleges by merit. Yes, they are not given the donations. They have to be taken the admission by the merit. Second one, they should have minimum 50% marks or equivalent grade. If the grade is there, they have to have the 50%. But those who are going in this particular professional courses, they have the higher percentage. So list about this what we have the condition. Second important, very important condition is that annual income of their parents combined should not be 2.5 lakhs. Earlier one, it has been given up to 6 lakhs, but now it has been curtailed because most of the people they will be applied. But now once it has become 2.5, so most of the students which are there whose parents income is more than 2.5, they have cut out. So they have been slowly cutting down that particular stream, and they have been channelized that this particular scholarship has to go for a weaker section, and in that those parents income is less than 2.5 lakhs per annum. Last year, not this year, it should be the last year. So they should have the income certificate. Now, what are the minority communities? Yes, when we called as a minorities, in that who are comes under these categories? One, the Muslims are there, Sikhs are there, Christians are there, Buddhists are there, Jain are there, and Parsis. So here, Muslims, Sikh, Parsis, Buddhists, Christians, and Jain. These are the 6 communities comes under this category, that is minority communities. And now how many scholarships are given? 60,000 all over the India as a fresher. Those who are taking admission in a first year of engineering or first year of medical. So there the number has been 60,000. Or similarly, this number is all India level. Yes, this number is all India. And those who have already got the scholarship last year, 60,000 students may get in the last year also. They also continue. Back to back also continue. So these are continue. They comes under the renewal one. But this 60,000 is for this year as a fresher. So those who are taking as admission in the first year, remember that you are the form you are going to fill under the category of fresher in the merit cum means based scholarship program. Yes, who is going to distribute this scholarship? Yes, the Minority Ministry Affair will be giving this scholarship, and they will give this amount or quotas for the states and union territories. How they calculated this quota? That depending upon the whatever the population of the minority is there in each state, they calculated. Now, say example in Maharashtra, we are here in Maharashtra. So in Maharashtra, say approximately we have a population is around 60 lakhs. Assume now, I don't know exactly the figure, I'm just calculating. 60 lakhs is the minority community is there, and in that 60 lakh, then how many are the Muslims, how many are the Buddh, Sikhs, Parsis, or Jain, they will there, and what much quota is given for that particular state, they calculated, and number of seats will be allotted for Muslim, Sikh, Parsis. That will be a calculation done by the state government, and the minority ministry affair will be checking that how these scholarships have been distributed and how their calculation has been done. Everything will be monitored by the Ministry of Affair Ministry. There is a separate ministry is there. Now very important one, there is a reservation or earmarking. That is a very important one for the girls, especially this is for the girls. There is a 30% quota. Say example, here we have 60,000. 60,000 is the number of scholarship which are giving under the merit cum means based scholarship program. So out of this 60,000, 30 will be there. Say 10,000, if we make it out, 3,000 will be there. So 3 into 6, That is 18,000. 18,000 scholarships will be kept for the girl as a reserve. But very important one, in this, if the girls are coming in the open also, the merit which is there, they comes in the merit, higher percentage is there, then they can exceeds the number. They may go about 30%, 40%, 55%, 60%, depending upon their eligibility, how they are, the confident merit is there, and what will be the income. So this is not a ceiling one. This is the a base is there up to 30%. But sometime what is happening, 30% quota is there, but sometimes, say example, 25% quota has been only allotted in the Maharashtra. Then what is the 5%? 5% will not allotted in the other category. For the boys, it will not be distributed. 5% quota will go back, and in those states where the girls are more and they are eligible, for them this quota will be distributed. So that will be monitored, and that will be the work of the minority ministry affair. But you see that the girls are not been restricted up to 30%, they can go up to the higher percentage also. Yes, how they are calculated now, everything I just told you, these are the same points are there. Yes, this is a very very important one. They are given the that those students who are residing in Maharashtra, yes, a student who is residing in a Maharashtra, but he has got admission in, say, near Karnataka, or he has got in Andhra, or he has got admission in Goa. So in that particular state, he has got admission. So what will happen? He will not eligible to apply a scholarship in that particular state, whether Karnataka, Andhra, Goa. In that particular minority quota, he is not eligible to apply. He has to be eligible. He has to apply in the Maharashtra state, because he is belonging to the Maharashtra state. He is having a domicile of Maharashtra state. So he is the own state is Maharashtra. So he will be eligible to apply the scholarship in a Maharashtra. Remember this one, because engineering as well as medical now, admission is open over everywhere. So 30% will be from the all the states are coming. So be remember that you have to see that your state, whichever the state is there, in that state quota you have to apply for the scholarship. Yes, what will be the selection process? Yes, for the fresher, what we have, that is the number has been calculated. I told you, based on the number of the community which is there in that particular state. Muslims how many are there? Buddha how many are there? Sikhs how many are there? Christians are how many? That will be on the basis of the census. That is, everything is given by the minority ministry to the state, so that state can calculate it and allot the number of scholarship to each particular categories. And there, then the percentage will be kept over there. Then what will we have? First we'll see that what is the percentage. First we'll take the parameter as a percentage. Then what is the second parameter? They will take the income parameter. So now say whatever the seats are there, 11,000 is the seat. Now all 11,000 seat, at the last position there is the two candidates. They have the same marks are there, and if you compare their income is also matched together. If whichever the income is less, he'll get the scholarship. He is a qualified. And if those are the scholar having the that particular also same, then they will go for their, like engineering, the same thing is happening, that they will be decide on the similar term, that is income that is there. If it is income is not there, then we'll go for that 10 standard mark. So this is the way they are going to make out, and that will be done for the selection or allotment of the scholarship to the candidates. Renewal, those who are there in the renewal category means those who are already applied in the last year, in the first year of engineering and the medical, then they are now applying in the second year. Condition is there. Once they go into the second year, they should score minimum 50% marks. If you below 50% mark is there, you are not eligible for that. Then second one, they have to be, college should not be changed. Whichever the college is there, say example, if you have the admission in BJ Medical College in Pune, then you should not go to the Grand Medical College in the second year. If you have the transfer year taken out, then that will be not done. So whichever the college is there, you have to continue over there. And the second one, you should be scoring more than 50% mark. In that, if you have back one or two backlog is there, no problem. But you have to be have 80 KT. Remember. Yes, what will be the duration for this particular scholarship? The year is 12 month is there, but now whatever the allowances which are given or maintenance charges are given, it is a lump sum and that will be calculated on the basis of 10 month because 2 months they have been making as the holidays. So 10 month we have been calculated for example, what we are going to make out here is the maintenance charges 10,000 for hostelites, those who are living in hostels and those who was staying in a home. For them, the day scholar called 5,000. Rate of scholarship, the chart is given. We'll see the chart, how this scholarship will be calculated and how much amount they have been allocating for that. One side we are given the atom and other side is given the existing rates for 2020 to 2021 and that will be calculated and from 2012 onward to the 2017 the same rate has been followed. The rate of scholarship for course fee, that is the 20,000 per annum. It is a fix 20,000 for the hostelites as well as the day scholar. For both of them, they will get 20,000. Maintenance allowance for hostelites, it is given 1,000 means they get going to get automatically 10,000 per month is the 1,000. So 10 month is there. So additional they get the 10,000. So 20 plus 10. So they get the 30,000 those who are staying in a hostel. But those who are staying in at a home, they will get 20,000 plus what will have 5,000. So 25,000. So 30,000 and 25,000. 30,000 for the hostelites and the 25,000 for the day scholars. Remember this, they will get. And the full course fee is reimbursed for 85 listed institutes. 85 reputed institutes are there which are covered under the scheme that where the complete full course is reimbursement. So that is the annexure C is there. So I could not find out. You can find out anywhere in that notification. So in the scholarship notification, it is not been mentioned. So you have to find out somewhere else. The condition for the scholarship. The student who get admission into college pursue technical or professional on a basis of competitive examination, no donation. Those who are taken the admission on a donation, they are not eligible for this particular scholarship scheme. Yes. Condition for the scholarship. First, second condition. Financial assistance will be given to those graduates or postgraduate level in technical and professional courses. That is a very important. Those who are taken admission in recognized institutes. And the course fee and maintenance. It will be transferred directly into your bank account. Anything earlier one it is given in a hand, sometime it has been given to the colleges, then the checks will be distributed, everything. So there will be a jumbling is there. So slowly that has been systematically cuttled out and directly everything will be transferred into the your bank account. So that's why your bank account should be active. Remember whatever the details you have been fill into that form, it is a very important that comes at the time of the that particular part we'll discuss over there. Third condition, students who get admission in technical or professional courses without any competitive examination is not eligible. That I told you directly that if you have paid a reputation fee donation, then you are not eligible. Second one, you should get minimum 50% marks in your higher secondary school as a fresher when you are going to apply. Similarly, for the renewal, 50% marks he has to be get in a last year examination. And the selection process strictly on a merit basis. Remember here, your admission should be on a merit basis. Fourth one, very important one, valid one, income certificate, which is issued from a competent authorities of the states or union territories. I told you, Tahsildar or the collector office. These two are giving you this certificate. So from there, your parents has to be collect the certificate. So once you apply for this certificate, minimum everyone now is there in the process of admission. So everyone is applying for this one 15 days to 1 month. The time will be taken out. So this should be once you given your examination, your parent has to aware, and immediately they can go for the income certificate, non-creamy layer certificate, domicile certificate. So whatever the documents which is required, they have to go earlier one. No need to wait till the admission will be guns. Once we are taken, then we can go. Don't make that mistake. These are the certificate which is required in the whole life. So these are the important documents. Domicile certificate is very important one. Your income certificate last year, then non-creamy layer certificate, these are important. And those, because once you have passed the 12th standard, your normally age will be 18. So whatever the certified, you have to copy the certified community certificate, and you have to be sign your own, and your from the community your parents will be sign on your on that particular certificate. Condition number 6, that is for the renewal. Those who got 50% marks in the previous year, yes, whether you have a full year mark sheet or just you have the half year mark sheet, so on that you should get the 50% marks. And maintenance allowance will be provided to the hosteler as well as day scholar. For both of them, only the rate will be difference is there. Next one, the eighth condition. But now for the hostelizer, what is happening? They have to show the proof that they have been in a hostel, your address, home address, and your where you are staying in that particular area. So they should be different. So you have to be show your hostelites fee receipt. If you have, then it is a well and good. Next one, number 8, the award will be discontinued. Very important one. Warning is there. How they are going to discontinue your scholarship if you fail to secure 50% marks in annual examination. Those who are going for the renewal one, if you don't get this year as a 50% mark, 49.99, you are not eligible. Then you have to apply in the next year. Yes, so this year is gone, so next year you have to apply. So for them, if you want to apply, you should be a 50% marks. More than that, your marks should be there. Second condition, scholarship will not be given, very important one, not be given to two students from a family. Whatever the three schemes are there, pre-matric, post-matric, and merit cum means based scholarship. Out of these three, from your family, only two students, yes, only two children can get this scholarship. The third one, if it is there in the family, he will not be eligible to get the scholarship from the government. He can apply for the some other MNCs apply, foundations you have to apply. But here, the minority ministry will not give him or sanction him the scholarship for the third child. Condition number 10, very important one. Your attendance will be in your professional courses will be checked, because in the every before the semester they will check your journals, and attendance will be marked. If your attendance is less than the regular attendance, then the college authorities will take action against you, and they will be informed to the state government that this student's attendance is less. Automatically your scholarship will be discontinued. If it is eligible, you have been sanctioned, but it has not been reimbursed in your account. But sometime what is happening, if the reimbursement is there, but you have been given that first term you have been regular, but in the second term you are not regular, and you have got the scholarship, but at that time the whatever the amount has been transferred into your account, it will be recovered from your parents, or from you it will be recovered. So be remember, this is a very important one. And that is the next one. The institute will verify the claim of the students which is outsider. So for this he has to show the proof of the hostel fee receipt and his hometown address, and his hostel, they will be different. So parent address has to be shown, and the present address, both will be. For the present address he require the hostelites fee receipt is required. Next one, number 12, migration of the student. That is very I told you in the beginning. Migration of student from one institute to the another one is not allowed for the renewal. In the fresher, you are taken, say example, from the BJ, you are taken admission in medical college. but in the second year you find out that your parents is there in the Bombay, so you wanted to shift out. So with the pressure, you change your second year admission from BJ Medical College Pune to Grand Medical College Bombay. Then what will happen? You will not eligible for this scholarship. Migration is not allowed in this condition. All the three condition is not allowed. All the three scholarship which have been sponsored by the Ministry of Affairs, in this clause is there for this condition for the scholarship. Now clause number 13. Student violate institute discipline. Whatever the discipline has been rules regulation has been made by the institute, and if any rule has been violated from your side, then your scholarship will be suspended, cancelled. If it is deposited, it will be taken withdraw back. Remember, that is the very important one, number 12 and 13. Come to the number 14. If a student found to be obtained a scholarship by false statement, means you have been putting that your admission is 80 point something, yes, but your mark sheet is showing you that it is the 60% marks. That is the variation is there in the marks. So at that time, because might be some other candidate may be eligible in that category, so you have got the scholarship and you are given a false statement. Your 10th standard marks, your 12th standard marks, your JE or CET marks, whichever marks is there which have been given, or your income certificate is there that has been given, and any one of this document is false, they found that false, then automatically you have been be cancelled and it will be debarred from the scholarship scheme. You will be blacklisted. Yes, it is a debarred. He will be debarred from that particular scholarship from the minority. So he will not apply any in that particular course time. So don't make that mistake. So whatever the thing you're going to type or uploading the information at the time of your or logging the form, entering the data, see that all the details which you have with you, see the marks which are there, 2 3 times you have to check it out, how many marks you got it in each subject, and what is the total, what is the percentage, everything properly take. And once you confirm that everything whatever you have been fill the information in the form online it is correct, then only can go for submit. Otherwise don't submit it out without verifying 2 3 times the form. Hit the button, press the button, so otherwise it will become a problematic. The course fee and maintenance will be credited to the bank account directly. Direct bolt, that is the DBT mode, directly transfer will be there. Email transfer is there. Then condition 4. Next condition is number 16. Students obtaining benefit under this scheme, he will not allow to have the other scheme in this scholarship. He will only one scholarship. He is eligible in this. No other government scholarship. Say example, you have been now eligible, you got it admission scholarship. That is a merit cum means based scholarship. You got this year, but there is another scholarship is there from the government, which has been not been announced by the Ministry of Air, but it is the central government. But you are not eligible for that scholarship. That is a very important one. Number 16. Number 17. A student shall be eligible only one scholarship out of the all available scholarship of central government. SC, ST, OBC, in them also these categories, they will be just one. All the information which I have here put on this videos, I have been taken from the Ministry of Affairs websites. Everything, not a single sentence I have been deleted, but rest one is here, so we can get the idea that what are the information has been given by this Ministry of Affairs regarding the merit cum means based scholarship. Now condition number 18 is there will be admissible charges 2%, because from your state there will be 16,000 18,000 students, their data has to be you have been filling, then somebody has to monitor this one. Office is there, then chairs are there, tables are there, computer is there, printer is there, everything is there, then the operators are there, so their salary for the whole year it will be given. And ultimately these total expenses comes under the administrative expenses, and that is the 2%. So this 2% will be bear by earlier one state government, and it will be again reimbursed by the Ministry of Affairs. So you don't have to bother, but this is also one of the condition that state government is bearing initially, and they will be, after submitting the utilization certificate, they will get the amount. So that is there. So agency will be monitoring from time to time how their work is going on about this scholarship. Then the 20 numbers condition. The state union territory shall place all relevant details of financial physical achievement on the website. Means whatever the details they have been given, how many scholarship has been accounted, how many are remaining, everything has to be shown on their website by the state as well as union territory. The regulation can be changed by government anytime, and it will be notified on the Ministry of Affairs as well as on the state government scholarship website. So that will be time to time, whenever the changes are there, they automatically transfer. The next condition, condition number 22, scholarship will not be paid for the period of internship or housemanship. Yes, these are the periods are there where the MBBS student has to go 6 months internship, then housemanship is there. So around I think 1.5 year, 2 years are there. So six months are there. So there they have to take the practical training. So the at this stage the remuneration will not be given, but some allowances or stipend will be given, and that will be given through the state government. Condition number 23. Necessary eligible applications provided Aadhaar number. That is very important. Some students don't have the Aadhaar number because they are not applied. Their parents are not aware that we have to apply. Then at this condition, if you don't have the Aadhaar card, then it has become the hodgepodge. So don't be afraid about this. They are given you the notification number. That is, a number has been given. Take out the number equivalent to Aadhaar card. What is the identification document has been given? You have to find out, and that you have to upload over there as a Aadhaar card number, replacement of the Aadhaar card. So that is also given by the Ministry of Affairs Ministry. If you don't have Aadhaar card, you can have some other identity is there, you can apply over there. Next, 24. Very, very important. Here you are going to make the mistake. If you have your Aadhaar card, you have to fill online number of your Aadhaar card. 16-digit number is there. For example, 0 and 9. Now my number is 9, but while putting this, typing this one, if my finger goes to 0, then type will be 0. So you have to check, verify. So entered Aadhaar card on online application correctly. See that properly. Whatever your bank account, that number is also big number is there. So that has to be checked out. Your IFC code, that will also be checked out. Then your branch code. So these three things you have to be minutely observed 2 to 3 times. Once you satisfied, check it out with your passbook, all the details, take Aadhaar card and find out the details. Once you're okay, then you can go for the next. Now very important one, whatever the bank which will require, it is should be a nationalized bank or a scheduled bank where the what is happening, the facility online transfer facility is there in that scheduled bank. Only in that bank has to be there. The second one, whatever the account you have been operated now, it should be active till your course or till you get the job. Up to that level, your account should be active. Remember, minimum balance has to be there in your account. Very important. Scholarship is dependent on your satisfactory progress and conduct of the scholar, because your college authorities are giving you the satisfactory report. If you have some guilty or misconduct, then the authorities will be informed and they will stop, and whatever the amount which has been deposited in your account as a scholarship, they will be take back, refunded. Very important one. Condition number 26. A scholarship is liable, a scholar is liable to refund the scholarship amount during the course of the year and studies which scholarship has been awarded is discontinued or change of subject study. He has got the scholarship, but what is happening? He has changed the subject. by mistake he has got the money and he has already changed the college or course has been changed, then he has to refund that also. The regulation under any scheme can be changed any time by the government of India and it will be notified. Now, very important one, 28. Yes, whatever the degree colleges, postgraduate or professional courses for merit come means scholarship scheme, which will available on this website www.minorityAffairs.gov.in. You have to go on this website and you have to log in, and remember login and password, write it in your diary because next 4 years, 5 years, 6 years you are may going to use this particular account, so every time you require username and password. So normally like what we have, credit card is there, if you go into the any bank to withdraw from your ATM you remember your pin, but regularly you're changing your pin. Similarly here also you can do it out that once you get your user and password you can change, but don't make that you can forget it about. Yes, the administrative charges we have already discussed, that will be reimbursed to the states or Union territory. That the same one, how they will be given to the state government. The same statement which is there. Yes, for renewal, the only one condition is there that he has to have 50% marks in his last year, whichever the annual exam or one semester exam is there. In that, he has to get that marks. That is only the condition, and he has to have in the same course, same college. Remember, these are the condition for renewal. Yes. The very important one, announcement of this scholarship. The scholarship will announcement will be done on the Minority Ministry Affair website, the central government as well as state government website. It will be announced. Then higher education department they are going to announce. Similarly, each college will be announcing time to time merit come means based scholarship program on your notice board, so student has to see and go and check it out, the advertisement. In addition to this, they will advertise this scholarship in leading newspaper, whichever the language which is the leading one is there in that local dairies or leading languages, it will be announced time to time. Yes, just we talk it out that how you are going to make out the scholarship.gov.in. You have to go and you have to fill the form. And pattern of finance, who is going to finance, whether the central government, state government or union territory, any one of them has to bear. Here the whatever the amount is there, it is completely governed by the government of India, which will be given to the Ministry of Minority Affairs. Is bank account details. Yes, this is a number 16 is there. So here the first one, very carefully he has to fill online his branch, then banker name, account number, IFC code, and Aadhaar card number. These are the very carefully he has to fill, and KYC he has to done of his account. If KYC is not there, whether your scholarship is deposited in your account, you can't find out. So the KYC has to be done. So that you can get the information about the scholarship. Very important, I told you the bank account should be operational active till the disbursement of the scholarship, whether 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 year course is there. Within that course your account should be active. Very important one, if there is any mistake is there, whenever you're filling the form and you have made a mistake in account or IFC code, then what is happening, Ministry of Minority Affairs will not transact any failure account. If you have been selected for the scholarship but you have been entered wrong information in your bank account, IFC code or branch code or Aadhaar card, then your money will not transfer, it will be written back. Once it is written back, you are not entitled to get that scholarship. So that is a very important one. Bank account must be preferably in scheduled bank, that with the core banking has to be there, or nationalized bank is the best one. And very important one here, in this particular scholarship you have to have your own account, not a parent's account. Your single account should be there. Remember, yes, everything will be monitored by the National Scholarship Portal, that is the Ministry of Affairs. will going to look out all this. NIC is there that will be making time to time, they are making the evaluation, how this been processed, how they are done, review, modification, whatever the changes are there, they have been updated to the secretaries, everything is given. So I have given from my side all the information which is regarded for this merit cum means scholarship program. I hope it is clear, and those who are eligible, they can start preparing for the certificates. Gather your certificate, make them the scan, and as soon as you get the admission, immediately apply for the bona fide certificate, and immediately you have to go for the applying for this scholarship. Have a best of luck. And second very important one, if you are not eligible one and you know somebody else is there who can eligible for this scholarship, kindly tell him to go for fill this form, advise him or sometime help them wherever he has any problem in any particular certificate. Try to see him difficult, what are the difficulty, whether you can help him or give the particular person who can help him, assist him, so that he can immediately get that particular certificate. So help each other, that is the best policy. I now help you that you can get awareness, and now spread the awareness among your friends, your family friends. So that will be the best one. Have a good day. Thank you very much for looking to my side. That is PC Geo Kimberlite. Thank you.